Sunday afternoon, everyone. Welcome to the program. I'm your humble host, Victor Quinn. And for those who are just tuning in, welcome to the program. And for those who are back again, listening to the program, thank you for coming back. As always, you can call into the program at 512-539-0648. Reach us at Facebook at Speak On It Sports, X at NYG Men for Life, and subscribe to the YouTube channel at there. So it is week 4 in the NFL. Don't be alarmed. My buddy T Know It All, he's coming on. Expecting a couple of callers to call in today to discuss what's going to happen this week in week 4. We already had a game on Thursday night, the Dallas Cowboys versus the New York Giants. Now, we all know that how, I don't want to use the word putrid, so I'm going to soften the blow a little bit. Just bad team the New York Football Giants are. And there's a lot to be desired with the team, but there's a lot that needs to be fixed with the team. I'll start with the elephant in the room, the $140 million, $160 million quarterback in Daniel Jones. Daniel Jones has shown some bright spots, but he just can't get it done as a quarterback. I don't think he sees the field good. His long ball is not accurate, or it doesn't give the receiver a chance. You can see that free play they had against the Dallas Cowboys, and he underthrew Malik Neighbors. Matter of fact, Malik Neighbors was open on stutter go, basically a 9-round, or stutter go / 9-round. The DB bit so hard. He bit so hard on that play that I don't understand why Daniel Jones couldn't catch it in stride. It would have been an easy touchdown. Any other quarterback in the NFL would make that. But I'm gonna give you my little tidbit on why that happens to Daniel Jones. I think he falls into a point where he doesn't want to do everything as far as he doesn't want to have to be accurate. He just wants to be the guy that gets his people the ball. And there's nothing wrong with getting your people the ball. That's fine. Safely get them the ball, but there has to be instances where a quarterback, a starting quarterback in the NFL, in a franchise that I thought was, at least one of the top 3 franchises in the National Football League. They have regressed in the last 10 years. But I think he just doesn't want to have that fall on him where somebody can say, hey, just get the guy the ball, even though he's wide open and she caught him in stride, it would have been an easy 6 points. Also, Daniel Jones, when he scrambles, he's still looking at the one guy from the play that's supposed to go to. Case in point, on a third down, I believe it's a third down or fourth down in the game, he forces the ball to Malik Neighbors on the sideline when he had Devin Singletary right there, right in his face, and he forced it to the outside. I just don't understand that with Daniel Jones. Offensive line was very, very. They played well in my opinion. They gave so much time. There was a lot of drops in that game, so you can't put all of it on Daniel Jones. But some of those big plays, like I think I heard Merrill Hodge say this, but don't quote me on it, or somebody said it that's out there. A quarterback has to win you at least 3 to 5 games during the year. 3 to 5 games. That's just if there's no offense, defense is bad, defense is subpar, offense is subpar. The quarterback has got to pull you out of some of those games, correct? And I just don't see Daniel Jones being that guy to do it. And then I get a lot of Giants fans that say, why are we always week 4? Why are we trying to get a new quarterback? Well, I'll tell you why we need a new quarterback. Because our quarterback is not working. In those instances, you have to make the play. You have to get that guy. You have to get the man that's open. That's why you get paid all those dollars. Right? That's why you get paid more than people that are blocking for you, more than people that are out there that you're throwing the ball to. You have to be the guy. Case in point, do you see Baltimore asking for a new wide receiver? Do you see a quarterback? Do you see Cincy asking for a new quarterback? Do you see the Kansas City Chiefs saying, well, hey, Patrick Mahomes didn't cut the mustard? Because it never happens, because they win games in spite of what's surrounded by them. I mean, look at Patrick Mahomes. Nobody thought he was going to do well. after Tyreek Hill left, but it happened. But yeah, there was a lot of things in the Giants that in 2024 didn't seem like it got too fixed. The defensive line started out a little shaky, coming off of 8 sacks in Cleveland. You would think that sack would transfer over. Did not, but I mean, Dexter Lawrence to me just seems like a man who's by himself in that defensive front on that defense. The back end is by far the worst right now. Deontay Banks. I love this kid out of Maryland, but sometimes it's just hard to watch him. He's not always, but he's out of phase sometimes, and he just seems to be making. He doesn't see what he's supposed to be seeing. And the defensive coach has to go, your DB coach has to go to him and tell him, look, you're not seeing this. Why aren't you seeing this? I know we had some people out. Cordell Flott was out. And what's his name was out too. Second retry. We'll get back. He was out. And their DBs were basically, they were injured, but that doesn't mean anything. And the next stand-up has to come up. And it just seems like this team can't get itself to the next level. Now, I'll bring up something else that a lot of people will probably notice. Where was the tight end in the Giants offense? I mean, you have Daniel Bellinger, you have Theo Johnson. I mean, you got a blocking tight end. They can't all be blocking tight ends. Somebody has to be the outlet when the flat is not open, when the receivers are in a cover. There's got to be someone that's open. That's the tight end. The Giants underutilized the tight ends significantly, and that's something they got to do. And I'll go back to the elephant in the room. Saquon Barkley is doing so well on the line. I wish we had Saquon with this line, but it's not going to happen. So Saquon doing this thing over there is the Devin Singletary fumbling. He has a problem. Let's be honest. He's fumbled in most of the games he's played this year. Unfortunately, it cost us in some games. But he's a hard runner. Don't get me wrong. Very elusive. Doesn't have a lot of pop like Saquon, but he will get those yards. As you can see in one play when they stopped him in the backfield, and he made something happen. Did a spin out of that and got the first down. I like that. I like what he did. But it just seems like our offense gets stalled between the 20 yards to the goal line. I don't know if it's creativity. I don't know if it's personnel. I don't know if our guys, those guys just aren't good, but they need to figure it out. Now, the Dallas Cowboys. Injuries with the Dallas Cowboys. Michael Parsons was seen limping as he was getting on the plane. Also, DeMarcus Lawrence was injured as well. I heard this tempo. But let's be real. That Dallas running game is not on point. That Dallas passing game was not that great. If you can't remove the CeeDee Lamb touchdown, because that's what it was, he got the best of that TV. But take away that, the Giants are in that game. They're still in that game. But, you get to the red zone, and it's always been problems with the Giants in the red zone. Red zone. But the Cowboys pulled out the win 2015 over the New York Football Giants on Thursday Night Football. And I don't know. I got a lot of Cowboy people that tell me that they weren't too excited about that. You can't get excited about that win and think you're going to do something. However, a W in the NFL is what it is. It's a W. So it's a W. Did I have high hopes for the Giants on that game? I did. The fact that the Cowboys gave up over 240 yards to the rushing to the Baltimore Ravens. And before that, they had, crazy yards given up to the Saints. So it is what it is. I did pick Dallas to win that game because I just know my team. A lot of people are going to say, "Oh, you're not a true fan." No, I'm a fan that I have sweepers in my head. I understand where we're at and where we're not at as far as organization and a team. And later on, I got a topic that might be a little controversial with regard to the Giants and the quarterbacks in the team's history. So we'll get back to that. But we saw that game. Cowboys leading with a lot of injuries. Giants leading with a lot of questions that go unanswered because Brian Dable is the team. He has to go back and take a look. He's right there at 4K making those calls. But anyway, I digress. It is week 4 in the NFL. And my God, are the games, I mean, every game is great, regardless of what it is, because it's football. It's I don't know how to put it. You're a football fan, you know exactly what I'm talking about. Sunday, I don't know if you're barbecuing, I don't know if you're just chilling, having a little beverage, enjoying your significant other's company, and you're just vibing out to your team and you're loving it. And week 4 does not disappoint. Let's go into it. Sunday, today's games: New Orleans at Atlanta. Atlanta is a 2.5-point favorite according to the PFFL Green Line website. I'm on it right now. PFF Green Line NFL. They got New Orleans Saints as a 2.5 point underdog to the Atlanta Falcons. Atlanta Falcons are 1-2. Saints are 2-1. Both are coming off some crazy losses. But we'll see. We'll see. We got Kirk Cousins versus Kyler Murray. I mean, Kyler Murray, 9 seconds with the ball. I mean, this man, I wish we can go and look at exactly how much time Kyler Murray has to throw the ball. Just do an average of that, because he is just remarkable. I mean, he should, as a defensive player, I play defensive end, I play defensive end, tight end. I look at that guy, I'm like, I'm not chasing. He's got to come to me. But you got to do it again. Looking at this game, to me, I think it's a get-right game for the New Orleans Saints. They really got it. Coming off that big win against the Cowboys. It just seemed like they were not ready to play. And I was not impressed with the way they lost to the Philadelphia Eagles. I mean, Philadelphia Eagles are who they are. We'll get to that. They got a lot of things going on. But Saquon Barkley took over that game. Saquon Barkley was the reason why they was left with the W or something else. And I look at the offense for the Arizona Cardinals, and we got to get Marvin Harrison Jr. more involved. He needs at least 10 to 11, 15 looks during the game. I mean, he's your number one option. And feed Connor the ball. Connor is an absolute beast running the ball. I like him. I like what he does. Yeah, sorry, that was in the car. Oh, I jumped to 2 different games. I'm so sorry. The Falcons. I'm sorry, the Falcons. They already got their running back. Their running back, kid out of Texas. They got so many weapons, but Kirk Cousins, in my opinion, I think he's starting to come back to himself a little bit more. But there's just more to be desired with that team. They got all these weapons, and they just aren't putting it all together. And I think it's because Kirk Cousins was injured and we didn't have time to do anything with these guys. But the Saints, Derek Carr, as always, he is the person that's going to drive this train. And when I mean drive the train, I mean manage it. They know they have Alvin Kamara. Alvin Kamara is outstanding. Alvin Kamara is simply, he is the man. So let's look at that. But I got the Saints winning this game. And like I said, it's a get-back game. The game they lost to the Philadelphia Eagles is something that's not going to hang over. I don't think Kirk Cousins is able to get out of his own way today. Bijan Robinson is definitely going to be a big factor in it. But they got to get their tight end involved. However, I got the Saints winning this game. I think it's going to be a close game, maybe a 21-17 Saints. Because don't sleep on the Falcons defense. Falcons defense is good. Saints got a very good defense as well. Good game as well. But I have the New Orleans Saints winning this game. All right, moving on to the Cincinnati Bengals at the Carolina Panthers. Before that, 512-539-0648. Be a part of the program. Reach that Facebook at Speak On It Sports, and on X at NYG Men for Life. And also subscribe to the YouTube channel if you want to check out the shorts there. And look at this video again too. And call out something that I said wrong, or call something out. Just be part of the program. We love it. So, all right. Moving on to the Cincinnati and Carolina Panthers. The Red Rifle. All right. Andy Dalton, former TCU Horned Frog. He stepped in, do the benching Bryce show, and he won a game. He won a big game. They went in there and they did what they had to do. That's all you can expect for a guy that's on your team come in and do what he had to do. But that's what he does. That's exactly what he does. I mean, he does that. So let's see here. Carolina. Sorry. Their last game, they beat the Raiders 36-22. I mean, that was just wow. They were 5-point underdogs in that game. So Andy Dalton, the Red Rifle. I don't know anybody on that team, but I know that they have their main defensive weapon is defensive tackle who's injured. I just think Andy Dalton, he brought in a breath of fresh air. Let's face it, Bryce Young is brittle. Bryce Young is very small, but he's young, as his name states, and he can come back. But I just don't think the firepower is enough. Cincinnati gets back on track. They're 0-3. Cincinnati needs a W for this game, or it is bye-bye playoffs for them. 0-4, the statistics start to go down as each team, your losses. So, look at the percentage that they can actually make the playoffs. I don't see it. They go 0-4. They're 5-point favorites right now against Carolina. Injuries. All right, the Bengals. Tackle Brown is out with a leg injury. He's on injury reserve status. Sheldon Rankins, defensive interior, has a leg. He's inactive as well. DJ Hill's inactive. Defensive interior lineman's got a leg inactive. And the tight end, Trey Hutchinson, is inactive as well. Panthers inactives for the day. A lot more. Jackson, edge rusher. Boone, halfback. Guard, D. Lewis. Wide receiver, Adam Thielen on injured reserve. Fuller, safety, injured reserve. D. Brown, defensive interior lineman, injured reserve. And S. Tuttle, he is the defensive interior lineman as well. He's got a leg in that. So there's a lot going on with this team, a lot of injuries. But they prevailed against the Raiders last week, and they should be happy about that. But it's not enough this week, and the Cincinnati Bengals win this game handily. I think it's a 34-17 game. I don't see Andy Dalton doing his thing again like he said he was going to do. Okay, moving on to, oh my goodness, the LA Chargers and the Chicago Bears. The Chicago Bears are a 3-point favorite, due in part to all the injuries that the Rams have. All right, let's look at the injury status of the Rams. Okay, safety's out. Johnson, arm, injury reserve. Cup, leg, out. They got a guard, Jackson, arm, injury reserve. JT Noteboom, tackle, leg, injury reserve. Also out is Puka Nacua. Puka Nacua's out with the injury himself. It just seems like these teams are, a lot of them are running on empty right now. And it's mainly because, in my opinion, they didn't play in the preseason. A lot of these guys didn't play in the preseason. A lot of these guys out, and just seems a little bit odd to me. But the Chicago Bears are pretty good right now. However, let's look at the Bears. Let's see. The Bears lost to the Colts 21-16. 2-point underdog. Anyway, this game is home in Chicago, 69 degrees, Fahrenheit, overcast clouds. This sets up as a game that they should win against a depleted LA Rams team. However, I'm looking at the quarterback position, and I just think Matthew Stafford is a magician in his own right. Heavy on Kyron Williams in the run game today, and you're going to see if the Chicago Bears are up to it, because they're going to, he's going to try to gas that defense with quick strikes, quick plays, quick outs. Look to the flat plays today, and also I forgot his name. I think it's something well. Let me look at their lineups here and see. Wide receiver. What's his name? Offense. What is it? I forgot his name, but he is very. He is a good. He is a good player. Lord, he came from Texas Tech. Anyway, however, Chicago is going to lose this game in my opinion. I just don't think they could overcome the rookie mistakes, not getting his guys the ball. I don't see Chicago winning this game. It's going to be a close game. I got this game like a 15-12 game in my opinion. Even though it is Matthew Stafford, I just think that they're going to have some field goals. Maybe a touchdown in this game. So I got the Rams winning this game 15-12 in Chicago versus Caleb Williams and all his minions over there. All right, Minnesota, Green Bay. This is a good game. Minnesota, they're underdog in this game, even though they just found out Jordan Love's going to play today, despite having that MCL injury, or I guess it's MCL sprain. But he's going to play today in Lambeau. Coming back to Lambeau with Aaron Jones, that's going to be something that is extremely delicious to watch. Because Aaron Jones is just a staple of that organization for a long time. Took a couple of pay cuts for that organization as well. And he's found a new home with the Minnesota Vikings. We're now 3-0 with the resurgence of Sam Darnold, the castaway from the Jets, the 49ers. Nobody wanted this guy, and now he's 3-0. Justin Jefferson, Aaron Jones. The team is playing well defensively. I mean, I don't know why they have him as a 2.5-point underdog just because of Green Bay. Green Bay just Jordan Love to me, he's a good quarterback. I just don't like the fact that he's coming in a little hot, but despite he's playing, it's going to limit him somehow. This is another close game. This game 24-21. I think that the catalyst in this game is going to be the run. They're going to get some passes off because the Green Bay Packers don't have their quarterback, and he's injured. But we're gonna see what's going on. Jair Alexander, quarterback, he's inactive today. Vikings have an inactive wide receiver, Jackson, but his grade is at 57.8, 740. He had a lot of wide receivers. Close game. I had this game 21-17. Minnesota over Green Bay Packers. 512-539-0648. Call and be a part of the program. Love to talk to you. Love to see what you got going on today. Moving on to the next game. We have the Jacksonville. It is so hard to talk about the Jacksonville Jaguars because they're a very talented organization. They have so much talent on their team. Organization, but they have so much talent in that organization. ETN, Ridley at wide receiver, Ingram at tight end, Trevor Lawrence at quarterback. Something is fundamentally off with this team. Believe it or not, Trevor Lawrence's career is similar to Daniel Jones. Similar, not the same, but similar. And I just don't see this generational talent that was supposed to come out of college and take over the NFL by storm. I don't know what it is. It has to be something. Coaching. They say he's seeing ghosts. They say he's not confident in himself. I don't see it as a confidence issue. I just think he doesn't want to be in Jacksonville. Even though he took a contract, it's just doesn't want to be in Jacksonville. You look at, they have a lot there to offer this guy. It's just not making it happen. And with the Houston Texans, they had a bad loss. In my opinion, against the Minnesota Vikings. Minnesota put it on them so bad. They made C.J. Stroud look very bad. It was a 34-7 loss. C.J. Stroud didn't look good at all. Joe Mixon needs to come back and be a part of the offense. The run game is it's not opening up the passing game because it's non-existent. Even though the magician that C.J. Stroud is, the guy's, this is his second year. He's such a good quarterback. He understands the football very well. He understands his team, but he just didn't have a lot of help last week. I think they bounced back this week. I look at them beating the Jacksonville Jaguars. It's going to be a rough start, but I think they win this game. It's going to be like maybe a 27-10 game. I look at the defense coming back and helping out. I think they score today. But it's like 27-17 or 27-10 game. All right, moving on to Pittsburgh Steelers and the Indianapolis Colts. Anthony Richardson, generational talent again at the quarterback position. However, things aren't meshing up. Games are not being won because of mistakes, because of mechanical issues, throwing off your back. All that stuff was good in college, but you can get away with it because a lot of college players don't recover as well as NFL veterans and NFL players. Period. Everybody's good, and I think you're starting to understand that after week 3. Week 4, they're going up against, a Steelers team. Who would have thought the Steelers would be 3-0 besides Steelers? The Steelers would be 3-0 with Justin Fields at quarterback and Russell Wilson waiting in the wings. I think that Mike Tomlin is so smart in galvanizing his troops to overcome obstacles with which they're faced each week. And there are obstacles, guys. The offense does not click like it used to. The last time we saw a potent Pittsburgh Steelers offense, let's be honest, Ben Roethlisberger was the quarterback. AB was there. A great running game, and they always played defense, which they still do. They've always played great defense. And I think defense again is going to be the factor. I think it's going to be one of those games, 17-14 games, or 17-10, even though they're in Indianapolis. If Jonathan Taylor doesn't get off today, it's bye-bye. They got missing some runs. I think this Pittsburgh defense off balance. And that starts with quarterback runs with Anthony Richardson. But he's susceptible to injury, and I understand that they don't want to run him too much, but unless they want to be 1-3, they got to run him today. But I don't think it matters. I think it's a game where Steelers win 17-10. One of those. It's going to be a low-scoring game. 17-10. I have the Steelers winning this game in Indianapolis. Nonetheless. All right, moving on to the Denver Broncos. Let's be real. Come on. The Broncos beat the Tampa Bay Bucks in Tampa 26-7. I thought Tampa had that game easy. They got Bo Nix in there. But I think they had a good game plan against them. I just think the Tampa Bay Bucks, that game offensively just looked bad. Just they couldn't get anything done. Baker's just off. He was the only one trying to do some stuff. And today is a get back day for them. Do what they need to do. Oh, I'm sorry. Again, I'm looking at this. Okay, so I was talking about Tampa, and then Tampa got beat by Denver, 26-7. However, Denver is playing New York yesterday. This is a gimme game to me right here. The Jets should win this game handily at home, 2-1. Aaron Rodgers come back feeling comfortable with the team. I just think that defense just puzzles Bo Nix. Short intermediate passes that they're going to try to do. There's nothing going to go wrong for their feet. So intermediate passes that they're going to have to worry about. The Jets defense is going to hit today. Robert Saleh needs to win this game. And Aaron Rodgers needs to win this game too. I think the Jets win this game. It's going to be a 28-17 game. Don't get me wrong, Denver's going to score some points. Jets are going to have a little bit of troubles, but I think they run the ball well today. And timely decision making by better quarterback. Jets today. All right, now we can move on to Philadelphia versus the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Okay, we already talked about how Tampa lost last week. This is a get back game for quarterback. It just seems to me like Philly's just too good. No AJ play. No jocks. It's crazy. They got so many people out. Wide receiver. Saquon heavy today. The right tackle's out. Wayne Johnson. He's out. He's still recovering from concussion. But it just seems to me like there's nobody out there but Saquon Barkley and Jalen Hurts. This is a game that Baker Mayfield, Tampa Bay. This is a game that you need to get them while they get this good. You can beat this team, Philly, at home again, and just stop all this madness right now. They need to go up this. It's too easy. All right, I got Tampa winning that game. We are about to start here. Let's run through these real quick. Washington, Arizona. I got Arizona winning this game, even though his old head coach is coming back. Not going to win this game too easy. My opinion, the rookie just he looks at this defense and doesn't understand it today. I got this game 28-7. Arizona. New England, San Francisco. New England, the identity running the football. San Francisco injuries, lost last week. I think that they come back this week, despite not having their weapons, losing 24-3 to the Jets is not a good thing. Excuse me. Losing to the Rams 27-24 is not a good thing. So I got 49ers winning this game. It's gonna be a close game in my opinion. I got 28-20, 28-17. San Francisco winning this game. Kansas City, LA Chargers. I ain't talk about this. KC got it. All right, Cleveland going against Las Vegas Raiders. This is another game where Cleveland, Deshaun Watson. If you don't run and you just pass, hey buddy, you got to pass, buddy. You got to learn how to pass the ball. Get it to Cooper. Get it to Cooper. That's all you got to do. All right, Las Vegas Raiders lost to the Patterson game last week, and it just seems that they got to get themselves together. Got to get themselves together. The Raiders had a terrible loss against the Carolina Panthers, 36-22. Okay, moving on to the next game. But I got Las Vegas winning this game, close game, 17-10. Buffalo at Baltimore, Sunday Night Football. Buffalo is on a tear, 3-0. It's Baltimore 1-2. This is a game where I was just so distraught on picking this game because we have two quarterbacks. One is really good quarterback. One is really good versatile quarterback. Really good quarterback in here is Josh Allen, and the really good versatile quarterback is Lamar Jackson. Derrick Henry's back there. All right, so to me, this game is a pick'em game. I'm going to go with the quarterback that gives you the best chance to win, and that is Josh Allen, even though they're in Baltimore. I think Josh Allen's going to pull it out in this game. I just don't think that their defense is ready for a guy that can throw the ball out. He's spread it all the way around. It's not going to be a very high-scoring game, in my opinion. I got it maybe 21-17. I like that. 21-17. All right, Tennessee, Miami. This is another game. This is a game I think Miami loses this game. Tennessee is going to win this game. If Will Levis can just know what jersey is on his team. He doesn't know what jersey is on his team. It's crazy. He throws the ball. That's a Monday night. In our second Monday night game is Seattle at Detroit. I got Detroit winning this game. This is going to be another game that's going to be a defensive battle. Don't sleep on Seattle's defensive front. All right, the defensive front is good. They got a good, smart quarterback in Geno Smith. I like Geno Smith. He's steady rock for that organization. The run game, I don't think Walker's back for this game. But, you got the Metcalf, Tyler Lockett, Jackson Smith, and Jigba. And it's a fairly good defensive front. I don't know about that. And we got Detroit, all world. Best coach, one of the best coaches, one of the best wide receivers, one of the best running backs, one of the best defensive ends. I mean, they have everything. So to me, it boils down to coaching. And if they're home, I see Detroit winning this game. I don't think it's going to be one of those where everybody runs away with it. It's another barn burner here, in my opinion, to where it's going to come down to the wire. And I got a 24-21 game in Detroit wins this game. The Tennessee-Miami game, I said that's going to be maybe a game that you look at, you're going to say, wow, Tennessee beat up on that play like that. I got this game, Tennessee winning 28-7. 28-7. All right. Well, Got me that. Lovely. We gotta go watch some football. Gotta go watch some football. Enjoy it today. Enjoy your teams. Enjoy everything. Have a great day. I love you guys. Be a part of the program. Block this in 512-539-0648. At Speak on the Sports on Facebook. At NYG Men for Life on X. And copy that down and enjoy the tips on YouTube. With that being said, I love you guys. Have a great day. And I'm out, man. I want to watch football.